Olá,
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 olá.
tudo bem? Vocês preferem, todos falam português?
English?
É. Just
English.
English,
Just
okay.
English,
For you
sorry.
all, for you all, huh? Who wants to speak
Eu falo
English?
português.
Ok,
Olá,
você
olá.
fala português, mas para você tudo bem se a
Olá.
gente continuar em inglês?
Yeah.
Vocês preferem, todos falam português? Tá, só um segundo.
English?
É. Just
English.
English,
Just
ok.
English,
For you
sorry.
all, for you all, huh? Who wants to speak?
Eu falo português.
Okay, sorry, wait a minute. Com ela. Tá ótimo. So we are gonna continue in English. We are on live, so the link is in the comments, and if you want to share with someone or something like that. I will introducing myself in Portuguese, and after that, I will introducing myself in English, and we can start. So. Meu nome é Carolina, é Carolina de Brito. Vou fazer um áudio descrição. Eu sou uma mulher preta, com cabelo black, usando uma camiseta azul e um óculos. So my name is Carolina, and my description is I am a black woman. I have a black power, and I'm using glasses and a blue shirt. And sorry. Então, estamos aqui no painel de criadores Rio Web Fest 2025 e é um prazer ter todos vocês conosco. So we are here on the creator panel, Rio Web Fest 2025, and it's a pleasure to have you all. To get started, I would like to ask to each of you to introduce yourself and talk about a little about your project and uh, what you brought to the festival. So I guess Yula, you can start it and talk about a little about yourself and about your project.
Hum. Olá, Brasil. Saudações da Polônia. That's it for my Portuguese. I'm very happy to be here. I'm sorry I couldn't be in Brazil. I really wish. We already have snow in Poland, so it's pretty cold. I'm in the festival with the Mirror web series. It's a story about a wife who befriends the lover of her husband to save her marriage. So it's a drama. It's a micro series. The episodes are really short. But I was really blessed, like with the audience and the awards from South America and Middle America already. So I'm also here in Rio Web Fest. So I think the story um, is like understandable and has a meaning to all of us, not necessarily only in the East Europe. So I'm really happy about it.
It's a pleasure to have you here with us. And thank you for talking about a little about your project. Shannon is like this. You can you can talk about your projects and about yourself.
Okay, sure. Hi, I'm Shannon. I am so honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I wrote a project called Lady Ada's Secret Society. I know that's a real mouthful. but it's a series that is designed to encourage girls in STEM around the age of 9 to 14, which is when they kind of start to drop out. We do it using a lot of humor and a lot of heart, lots of slime, and just a few confetti cannons worth of glitter. The story is about 4 girls who are pranking their hyper-traditional boarding school using technology to prove that technology is for girls, technology is for everyone.
Perfect. I'm a girl. I work most of time with IT, so I will love to watch. And Juan, if you would like to talk about your project, you can share with us in English or in Portuguese. What you prefer.
So, hi everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm really honored to be part of the festival. So basic, my name is Juan Martins. I'm from São Paulo originally, but based right now in Germany. And I'm studying actually film production here in Munich. Um, my project is actually a reflection in which I was on my way going to the university and take the train every day, and just by observe people around and how we as society are so stuck with technology, phones, smartphones, and how we actually miss what is happening around us. And my film is a dance film, and I try to, of course, with collaboration with my 2 dancers, to actually invoke these thoughts, these feelings, and these emotions that I was going through in that period of my life here, in which was winter, and it's a bit tricky because it get darker really soon. It's really cold. People actually doesn't like to have contact between each other. It's really you on a go. But I found that with, and I hope that the people see that through my project, that actually what we are losing by just being on our phones all day. And yeah, that's my main plot in the film.
Perfect. Thank you. And now I want to ask for all of you, what is the most difficult part of the producing, like find a place to film, or like talking with somebody or find somebody to help and something like that. You can share with us the difficulties that you have. So I don't know when what if you if you want to start it, you can be the
Sure.
first.
I think it's almost the same for most of independent projects, like the financing. Like I financed my project on my own, so it's difficult to find somebody to give you money. But then when you finally decide, okay, I will do it on my own, then it's kind of not a problem. For my project, I had a really hard time with the post-production. It took around a year, so it was a long process to find the right people for the sound post-production, which usually we don't spend much time on sound on set. We focus on more on the visual part, so that is harder in the post-production. So in my next project, I will try to plan the post-production at the same time, so it will be like faster in the future. But I think when you're surrounded like with like-minded people, and when all your team believes in the project, then you can move mountains, like you can really do a lot. So I was really blessed with that in this project. And now I'm actually looking for the financing for my next ones, because I need a bigger budget. And it's already taking some time. So I hope like being part of this festivals and other festivals and getting awards will help me to proceed with the next one.
Perfect. I guess this is a challenge everyone for everyone, and Juan and Shannon can talk about it and share with us.
Do you want to go first, Juan?
You can go, please.
Okay, I'll go first. For me, yes, fundraising is always a challenge in Canada. We're very lucky. We have some funding that we can get through the government. However, it's very popular and it's highly competitive. So it can be very challenging to put together all the elements that will really make your project stand out to the financiers. That being said, big shout out to them, Ontario Creates and the CMF, the Canadian Media Fund. We wouldn't have been able to make this project without them. And they were very staunch supporters. They've been really great. But I think one of the other problems that I had was just because it takes quite a long time to raise all the financing, I had so long to think about what I wanted to write that I came up with way too many ideas and I couldn't fit them all in. And so I was, kind of parsing back through all these like half-written ideas and half-written notes and trying to say, like, well, this story about girls and technology is really important. And what about cyberbullying? And what about trolls? And what about, and it's like, oh, these are all very important topics and I want to address them all, but I had to choose. I eventually got it down to the 9 episodes that we've created for this season. Yeah, that was a challenge. It's always like trying to use your writer brain to make it fit in the amount of money that you have. It's like, okay, I wish it was a whole auditorium full of people that she gets slimed in front of, but I can't have her get slimed in front of an entire auditorium because I can't afford that. So instead, it's going to be on the school-wide broadcast system, so we can just see a few people watching it on TVs and we get the idea. Things like that. We had to just try to keep coming up with those creative solutions to like, how do we make these pranks feel enormous, but we still have like a little bit of a budget to deal with. So.
Perfect. I guess we have a lot of, I guess, find a spot, like a thing to talk about it, because yes, we have a lot of things to talk about. We have a lot to great histories, but like we have to be straight to the point, and so I guess it's really, really hard. So Juan, you can share your answer.
Yeah, narrowing down basic is the most difficult part of any creative process because for me and being artist, first of all, we have a lot to say about our society, and that's what distinguishes us between people that does art and people that actually doesn't. For me, what was the main point and difficult part, of course, being a student, I was a dancer for many years and then switch from one career to other and start from zero and trying to gather around people that trust in our vision. And I am an artist that doesn't like to do one specific thing. I think because of my background, I move a lot doing different aspects. So I guess for me was founding, and I did by myself actually, mine. And location was not that big difficult because I tend to actually, and one thing that I learned in the university and by myself also, is basic trying to find what I have around me and use that to tell my story. And this cuts a lot of budget, for instance. So my story, you're gonna like people that I hope that come to watch us, not just me, but everyone. I use old tower in which like a gas tower from the city. And inside of this gas tower that actually is not in use anymore, but they rent for events, I could tell what I want to tell. And budget-wise, one full day cost me, for instance, let's say 250 euros. And it's a huge, huge place in which I was like, well, this was like a found. But of course, to tell the story also happened to be the place for me in which I want to find like darkness. I want to find a place that you feel immersed, you feel metal around you, you feel that you are like in a desert in a sense of. That's why when I work with the post production that I did, but I edit and also color grade everything, I knew it already when I was planning what I want to achieve in the post production, because I knew it that I was being the one to actually color grade everything. Um, of course, the big point for me was to find people that believe on me and want to actually to go through this journey. And actually it was a really nice, like I had like a small group of students. Like my project I wrote as a student. It was my third semester in the university. Now I'm going to the fifth semester actually. I'm writing my proposal, by the way, Brian. I'm like going crazy. But and these people helped me, like, okay, what we can do. I had like technical part talking about just a bit. I had like one big 700 for a source light, and you can see in the movie that also I use has more or less white 400 500,000 K, that also in the post production I changed the color. I knew it already that I would change that color. And I had like also under the on the floor I use like these tube lights in which I can control by the program. So I program with of course with the GAFA. So I had like a really good team help me to plan, but because I was already thinking what I want to do. So I guess to cut budget, the best thing is to plan your film or your project in a way that you know what you're gonna come next, what you want to do next. And that's what saved me a lot of money.
Okay, like make a plan, and yeah, that's help a lot. And I want to know if you have a question for each other, like question for like if Yuta want to make a quest like for Ruan or Shannon, so we can talk and and that's if you want to ask something for each other.
I have a question for Ruan. I'm so interested in your idea about, what we miss out on when we're staring at our phones all the time. I think it is a big problem. We're all kind of addicted to these little dopamine hits that we get from our phones. And I'm curious, what was the style of dance that you primarily used to express that?
Thank you so much for the question. I mean, my base, I was a classical dancer, a base, and then afterwards I moved to contemporary dance. And I danced here in 3 or 4 theaters in Germany. That's why the reason why I moved from São Paulo to Germany. Uh, and for this project, I use a contemporary based choreography in which was choreographed and developed in collaboration with the two dancers, like Francesco is from Italy, and Ana is from Portugal. And we went to the studio together, and in which, of course, I have some phrases that I had already in mind, choreographed, and I explore with them how could we develop with this kind of phrase already prepared and branch. And then afterwards, I was playing around with them. And to the moment that afterwards I got, because I choreographed without the music. The music was made it in the beginning, I had an artist, and this artist unfortunately could not move on with me. And then I need to find a new artist, to actually a composer to compose the music, because I have a really specific idea I want to use. For instance, the sound of the place, even though we're never been in the place. So I have like a rock feeling. I had also, because of my journey from here to Munich, I had the trains, wheels, the sounds of that inside of the music composition, in which is combined with the rocks like against each other. So it was all these inspirations I brought to the studio, and we had like a talk between our three, and we developed the material.
That's so interesting. I would never have thought to start with the dance and go and then create the music around the dance. That's so cool.
Was a
That's so
challenge,
cool.
because especially I like to do the opposite. I like to have the music, and the music inspires me inside of the theme that I want to bring up. But because of compositions matter, I was like, well, I need to have was a dialogue between the dancers, me, and also the composer, and it was like a back forward.
Mhm.
Even though I didn't want to take the creativity from the composer, but I also had something that was really specific in my mind. So, being a director is kind of balance between ranging this kind of conversations in between us.
Very cool. Very cool.
Shannon, actually, I wanted to ask you, what's the next project you're working on? What is it about?
Oh, that's a great question. Also in the technology space, and one of the reasons I'm so interested in what Ruan's saying, I'm writing and producing a series called Monster Problems, because I'm trying to catch kids at around 8 to 10 with stories about how to be a good citizen of the internet. How not to be a troll, how not to be a bully, and how to like try to remember there's a human on the other end of that keyboard before you just kind of spout off. And also warn, like give them a little bit of protection as well, like warning them that they could experience things online that they don't like. Or that, like, there are people that could try to take advantage of them, and some of the specific ways in which that would happen. So we do all of that using monsters, some of which look adorable and harmless, but then are revealed to have big teeth. And it's sort of like, yeah, we've done a trailer for it. I'm shopping it around at the moment. I think it's really important, because I think kids are kind of just being thrown online unsupervised at around the age of 6, shockingly. And I'm like, I have a 3-year-old. The things that she can do with my phone already, and her dad's iPad, like, blow my mind. It's just we have no guardrails, and we haven't really come up with a system for teaching those skills yet. So fingers crossed. How about you, Ula?
Oh, so I'm actually developing 3 projects at this time. One is a short film. It's like 30 minutes. It's kind of a love triangle, but it's set in a war zone, but we don't know which war or where are we. And there are 2 sisters. They're kind of locked in an apartment, and one is waiting for the love of her life, like a Prince Charming. That's why she doesn't want to leave the apartment to go to a separate place. And the other sister is like really reality checking her, like, come on, he's not coming, let's move, there's a war, like, what are you doing? And then actually a soldier comes into the apartment, and he's pretending to be a Prince Charming, so it gets really complicated. And it's based on a theater play, and it's like dark comedy. And I'm really excited about it. I'm waiting actually for a decision if I'm gonna get a financing from my country. So we will see. The other one is a web series about high fashion world, and the themes are how does it feel to change your job from the safe job to following your dreams? Like, because I think a lot of people that are in their 30s are kind of now in a crisis, like, Should they just do whatever gives them money and like every day looks the same, or should they follow their dreams and start from the beginning, kind of? And there's also some questions about love. Does the person we love the most is actually the best partner for us? So like the love team is also something that is in all my projects. And actually I'm thinking about doing like a pilot very, very soon, because I did my first web series 9 years ago. I did Mirror 2 years ago, so I don't want to wait so long for another one. So, and I'm also working on a documentary about the relation between a guide dog and a blind person. And the moment when the dog has to retire and the blind person is kind of losing their sight again because they cannot follow the dog anymore.
Oh.
And I just started shooting, but it's like a long time project. I will shoot it like over 6 years or something. So yeah, it's kind of like they're most of them, they're still in my head, but it's exciting there. So
you have quite a lot going on. That's really wonderful.
thank you.
Those sound like very exciting projects.
I have one question then for both of you, and is what keeps you, still give you the combustible, like the gas to move on as an artist? What inspires you? And when you find that, how can you keep going and don't give up?
That is a really good question. It is very hard sometimes because you hear the word no a lot more than you hear the word yes. But for the times that I have heard the word yes, that's given me enough fuel to go, okay, I think I'm on to something here. I think I'm on the right track. For Lady Ada's Secret Society, it's taken me many years of persistence and not giving up. I kept getting good feedback from people. Like I kept pitching it to people who, were established in their careers, and, a bunch of them gave me good feedback. So that kind of kept me going. But also just the kernel of the idea. I was a woman in technology, like in a technological field, and I was slowly sort of discouraged institutionally by people around me saying like, this isn't for you. But for the guys in your class, come on in. I was like, what? And so I just felt very strongly that the message that technology is for women, technology is for girls, was an important one, and that was part of what kept me going. Just like in the like I discovered the monster problem story while I was working on Lady Ada's, and I feel very strongly that digital literacy for kids is super important right now. And so that's I think that's what's keeping me going right now.
I think for most artists, it's always like ups and downs, ups and downs. And it's just like, I remember what Harrison Ford said, like, just don't give up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just not giving up. Like, I'm not expecting, that I will be motivated all the time, that I will want to do it, that I will have energy. It's just enough that I don't give up. And also the story I choose, I choose the story for myself. I need to love it. I need to like it. I need to want to watch it. So I'm kind of doing it for myself. And then if somebody watches it and says, oh, it's amazing, or I understood it, or is it for me, it's interesting, then it's okay. But I'm not doing them for them, kind of. I just believe that, I hope that if I like it, that maybe more people will like it. And I'm also kind of a control freak. So even though I'm pitching the project, I'm looking for the financing. Back in my
directors.
head, like, if they say no, I can do it on my own. Like, I can fucking do it. Like, I did it before, I can do it again. I will not wait for them forever. Like, yeah.
Nice. And the last, sorry, it's the last because it's connect with this one. And keep pushing. It's a nice, but when to accept because we work as is a team effort. And even though we can break down and really stick with a small group, you're always gonna be like dependent from somebody else to actually do the job because unfortunately it is what it is. Unless you do a documentary series which you are everything and it's a lot of work. But how to deal with disappointments during the process of bring your project to life?
Um, I have a rule when I get a rejection letter or something. I call it the 24-hour pity party. I'm allowed to like give myself extra treats. I'm allowed to veg on the couch and watch TV for 24 hours. And then I get up and I try again and I keep going. I keep putting one foot in front of the other, apply for the next grant, apply for the next, whatever it is, call the next broadcaster, whatever I gotta do. So 24 hours, whatever you want. And then that's it.
For me, it's different because I'm an actress first. So I'm kind of used to hearing no all the time. Like it's, I kind of go in the meeting like expecting they will say no. And if they say yes, it's like a nice surprise, right? Like I go with the full energy, I'm happy about it, I'm excited. But like I kind of don't connect emotions anymore so much, like my self-worth to it if they say no, because I heard it so many times that as an actress, you send 100 self-tape, 1,000 self-tape, like you never know which one will be the one that will kind of made you that you will become a star or so. But so I'm kind of used to the disappointment, so it doesn't kill me anymore. It used to. It used to. I remember crying over not winning a commercial of, I don't remember even what it was, but it was something very silly, something stupid. You wouldn't want to like act in it. But I was crying because like a really good director was doing it. And I remember I then worked with him like a couple of years later. So I think if something is meant to be, it will find you.
It will
Just
be.
have to believe there is a happy ending somewhere. Like it will find you.
Guys, I have unfortunately we are reaching to the end. So I wanted to ask you to share with us your social media, where we can find you, your film, your series, so we can please tell us where.
Well, Lady Ada's Secret Society is on YouTube. Here's our poster. This is our season 2 poster. It gets a little crazy in season 2. Season 1 is currently up on YouTube. It is worldwide. Anyone can watch it anytime, anywhere. And season 2 we haven't released it on YouTube yet, but it will be released on YouTube probably a little bit later, either this year or in the early new year.
Should I go? So my web series Mirror, you can watch it also on YouTube. It's on Dream by Pictures channel. Probably if you look for like Mirror web series and my name Ula Zawadzka, you will also like find it. And please really watch it. I need the views. Like let's support each other. It has English subtitles, Italian subtitles, Spanish subtitles. I will work on Portuguese just for you.
So mine, you can find, I have my socials and Juan Martins on Instagram. Also, Butterfly Point Films. You can also find, and this is connect to my Vimeo account. You're gonna find all the content there.
So thank you for you all. É, Esse foi o painel dos criadores. E o Ministério da Cultura da Petrobras apresenta o Rio Web Fest 2025. O Rio Web Fest conta com patrocínio exclusivo da Petrobras por meio da Lei de Incentivo à Cultura do Governo Federal, União e Reconstrução. Thank you, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Obrigado.
you.
Tchau, tchau.
Obrigada.
Thank
Tchau.
you.
Tchau, 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 carioca. Tchau, tchau.